Hi guys, welcome to the first video of Hoops Redefined. Basically today we're going to be talking about, are the Sixers a disappointment this season? Well. The Sixers. The Sixers. They had Jimmy Butler, JJ Redick last season, and they brought the champions Raptors to a Game 7 in the semifinals. They were a great team until Jimmy Butler packed his bags and headed to South Beach, and JJ Redick went out the back door while the Sixers were freaking out that they lost Jimmy Butler, and ended up shocking everybody and signing Al Horford to a horrible contract of $100 million. They also signed Tobias Harris to a max contract, which in my opinion is still a little too much with how he has played this season so far, but at least he's locked down for 4 more seasons because I think he'll be a great asset to the Sixers. But let's talk about the sign and trade of Jimmy Butler. As he headed out for South Beach, Jimmy Butler did leave the 76ers a little gift for Josh Richardson, who is a great defender and he's a decent three-point shooter who the Sixers definitely need, which is also the reason they traded for Glenn Robinson and Alex Burks. But they still won't make the three-point impact that JJ Redick and Jimmy Butler had for the Sixers last year. So let's be honest, the Sixers offseason and trade deadlines moves that saw them already try to get rid of Al Horford did not pan out the way they expected, leaving Embiid and Simmons frustrated along with multiple Sixers fans. They are now the 6th seed and probably a first-round exit. Could be good because then the Sixers probably would let go of Brett Brown, who hasn't been utilizing his players very correctly, especially when he says he wants Ben Simmons to shoot threes just like every other person in this whole entire world, but then never makes a play for Ben Simmons to actually shoot the three. But we really can't hold Brett Brown accountable for all the Ben Simmons three-point failures he's had. He showed glimpses of becoming a better three-point shooter in videos and workouts, but he's never really shot one in the game, which is causing defenders to sit back in games and making them paint more crowded for Embiid, which is just frustrating to watch. And there's really no one for Embiid to kick out to because the only three-point shooters the Sixers have are Josh Richardson, Matisse Thybulle, and Glenn Robinson and Alex Burks, but Glenn Robinson and Alex Burks don't really get that many minutes. And it just makes it hard for the Sixers to score buckets sometimes on good defensive teams. But the Sixers did in fact do one thing right, and that is drafting Matisse Thybulle. He has proven to be a great defender and can shoot threes a little. If he continues to improve, I think he's going to be a great offensive and defensive asset for the Sixers organization. But realistically, with Al Horford still on the team, I don't think the Sixers will be able to win a chip, and I don't think the Sixers will be able to return back to what they were with Jimmy Butler if they have Al Horford on the team. And I don't think the Sixers are going to get in return what they're asking for Al Horford due to his awful contract that they signed him for. They were linked with trades for CJ McCollum, which was never going to happen. Unless the Trailblazers are stupid or there's some beef going on between Lillard and McCollum. Anyway, they also want to trade for Derrick Rose, which I think would be an interesting deal, but also, I mean, it isn't terrible, but it isn't great either. It will help the Pistons jumpstart their inevitable rebuild that they have to do, but at the same time, do they really want to deal with Al Horford's contract for another 3 years? And I'm sure they're going to want other young players that the Sixers are going to have to throw in, or picks. I mean, they'll probably have to let go of Matisse or Zaire Smith, who hasn't really done anything either. I mean, unless the Sixers really make any off-season moves or figure out a way to get value from Al Horford, I don't think they're going to win a chip unless they get the right pieces around Embiid and Simmons. And to be honest, that could be a long time from now. Also, I think what's going to really help the Sixers is if Ben Simmons ends up developing a three, which I believe they need to spend more time working on him for. But as of right now, I don't think we're going to be seeing the Sixers in an NBA Finals for a couple more years. So yeah, that's the answer. I do believe the Sixers are a disappointment this season with the moves that the organization has made and the injuries from Embiid and Simmons. I mean, they've shown greatness and glimpses of it by defeating the Bucks on Christmas and the Clippers and the Lakers, but I mean, do we honestly see them making the finals with this team? And to be honest, I don't. And I think we could call this a disappointment because last year they were a team that brought the champions to a game 7. And I think if they would have won that game and Kawhi wouldn't have hit that buzzer beater, I do believe the Sixers would have went on and won the championship against the Golden State Warriors. And I think if that would have happened, we may not be seeing Jimmy Butler and the heat that it is today. But you never know. Jimmy Butler did have his eyes on South Beach for a very long time. But that's besides the point. Anyway, that's going to wrap up the video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe for more content like this. And I'll see you guys in the next video.